I welcome you all to the Legendary Debates. I'm Pratiksha Shukla, your host for the evening. Now I see there are there are new people here. So for the convenience of everyone, let me walk you through the rules one by one. Now the rules are very simple. We are going to have two rounds. In first round, every participant will be given 3 minutes. A timer is going to be set. Participants have to put forward his or her opinion either in support of the motion or of course against it within the time frame of 3 minutes. After every participant is done, we will move to round 2. Now round 2 is a question answer round. Whatever questions you have, whatever doubts you have, you can ask in this question. या तो you can directly ask a particular person या फिर आप अपना question you can simply ask it and whoever is willing to answer वो आपके सवाल का आपको जवाब दे देगा. Also there is a very important notice जो मुझे बोलना ज़रूरी है that each and every debate of TLD is recorded and it is uploaded on the Legendary Debates official YouTube channel. So please visit our YouTube channel. Now, with that, as I've already mentioned that the topic of today's debate is artificial intelligence will help humanity. Now let me briefly introduce this topic to you. What is artificial intelligence? Well, the name gives it away, right? Intelligence which is built artificially. As simple as that. Well, artificial intelligence is a wide branch of computer science concerned with building smart machines capable of performing tasks that typically require human intelligence. Now, in this previous decade, we have seen a substantial amount of development in the field of artificial intelligence. Example, the bots that interact with humans on sites. Google Map, Alexa, self-driving car, Amazon Prime के जो recommendations होते हैं, they all use low grade of artificial intelligence. But do you know how this journey began? It began from a single question asked by Alan Turing in year 1950, which was, can machines think? And now look where we are. But today humans are facing another question, that is, will artificial intelligence in future threaten humanity? And that is exactly what we are going to discuss in today's debate. Is artificial intelligence a savior or will it prove to be a destroyer of humanity in future? With that, now let me ask how many of you are the proponents of this motion and how many of you are the opponents? That is, कौन कौन इस मोशन को सपोर्ट कर रहा है और कौन कौन इसके अगेंस्ट बोलने वाला है. तो अनीता कुमारी, हेलो अनीता कुमारी, am I audible people?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are
okay,
audible.
okay, she is not responding. Gaurav, hello Gaurav.
Yeah, I will be a listener today, Pratiksha.
Okay, Gaurav, you're gonna be a listener. Fine. Mm-hmm. Mukul Dwivedi.
I'm in favor of motion.
Okay, Mukul. So here we go. You are in favor of motion. Great, great. Acha, we have got one new participant here. Abhyuday. Hello, Abhyuday. Am I audible?
Yes,
Okay, so you missed the briefing, but are you here to participate in this debate? Do you know what is the motion of today's house?
no, actually, I don't know. I just listen. I just see that what is the topic. मैं बस आज सुनूंगा. Actually, मैं कुछ कर रहा हूँ. बस मैं participate नहीं होऊंगा. बस
अच्छा,
sorry.
हाँ, कोई बात नहीं अभ्युदय, आप सुन सकते हैं और सेकंड राउंड हमारा क्वेश्चन आंसर राउंड है. तो अगर आपको पहले राउंड से कोई डाउट है, कोई क्वेश्चंस है या फिर आपको कोई ओपिनियन डालना है तो आप सेकंड राउंड में यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम. ओके, तो मैं आपको आई एम लिस्टिंग यू एज अ लिसनर. ओके अभ्युदय,
Okay.
वेलकम टू TLD's debate. So Abhyuday is a listener. Then Neelam Pandey.
Yeah, I'm in favor of the motion.
Okay Neelam, you are in favor of the motion. Prakash Singh.
हम भी सिर्फ एक लिसनर ही हैं आज.
ठीक है प्रकाश, आप एक लिसनर हैं. सौरभ रंजन.
I will be speaking against the motion.
Finally someone. Saurabh is against the motion. Suhani Mishra.
I'm also in the against motion.
Great. Suhani is against the motion. Now it all boils down to one and one person. Suryansh, आप कौन से साइड हैं?
एक्चुअली हमारा डिबेट तैयार नहीं हुआ है प्रतीक्षा, तो मे बी पहले राउंड में हम नहीं बोल पाएंगे, लेकिन दूसरे राउंड में हम अपना मन बनाएंगे अगर कुछ होगा तो।
ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं है। आप अगर आपको सबका सुनने के बाद मन करता है कि आपको बोलना है तो भी आप लास्ट में अपना नाम दे सकते हैं। कोई ऐसी हार्ड एंड फास्ट यहाँ पे रूल्स नहीं है, ठीक है?
हाँ
एंड
बिल्कुल।
बिल्कुल। स्वप्निल, सो विल यू बी स्पीकिंग टुडे? हेलो स्वप्निल, you are not audible. Hello Swapnil, am I audible?
Yes, Pratiksha, you are audible.
All right. आपको स्वप्निल
Hello.
की आवाज आ रही है? हाँ स्वप्निल, प्लीज से will you be participating today?
Hello.
हाँ स्वप्निल, आपकी आवाज आ रही है, प्लीज से are you going to participate or
Yeah, I'm sure.
also
I'm
in
participating.
support or against the motion?
In against the motion.
Against the motion. Great. So Swapnil is going to speak against. So now we have two people who will be supporting the motion, three people who are against the motion, and of course we have four people, जिसमें से अभ्युदय left, I think, but he will join us very soon, who are listener. चलो nice. So without any further delay, whoever so in support it's Mukul and Neelam. आप दोनों में से who? Okay. Hello समृद्धि, अर्चना यादव. Okay, समृद्धि is here, Archana is here.
प्रेरणा, नेटवर्क
So
इशू की
समृद्धि,
वजह से सॉरी।
इट्स ओके। तो आप आर यू गोइंग टू पार्टिसिपेट समृद्धि?
अभी तो मैं सुनने वाली हूँ।
नो प्रॉब्लम। समृद्धि इज अ लिसनर एंड अर्चना यादव, कीर्ति शुक्ला। अर्चना, कीर्ति, अनीता, कीर्ति, अर्चना. All right, I think they are there is some issue, they are not able to hear, or maybe they are fleeting. It's okay, no, not a deal, no big deal. So we have two participants who are in support of the motion, Mukul and Neelam. आप दोनों में से whoever is willing to come first can take the stage and we can start our debate. प्रेरणा, please set the timer for. All right, it is almost 3 minutes. कौन आ रहा है पहले, मुकुल या नीलम? चलो मुकुल, आपका नाम पहले आ गया है, अब आप ही स्टार्ट करेंगे, ठीक है मुकुल?
Okay. I'm ready.
ओके, एज सून एज शी स्टार्ट्स द टाइमर आप बोलना स्टार्ट करेंगे। 3 मिनट होते ही प्लीज कंक्लूड कर दीजिएगा अपनी स्पीच को। द स्टेज इज ऑल योर्स मुकुल।
Okay, so may I start?
आप स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं।
Okay, thank you. A very good evening to one and all present here. No matter how you see future of mankind, but one should agree artificial intelligence is the new frontier in context of helping humanity. Myself Mukul Divedi, and today I reside myself in favor of motion. Living in an era of AI, no field is now untouched to it. It not only put less pressure on human labor, but it can also be made to work under inhuman environment. What is clear from the recent modern world exposure is that AI act hegemony in every aspect one can think about. In addition, quality and efficiency of work done by machines can be further improved by using AI. You all be delighted by fact that renowned scientist Bryden and Purnell, who won Nobel Prize of Physics in 2001 by solving complex calculation of quantum physics, took a span of 40 years. However, when these calculations were put to perform under AI, it took barely an hour. From this, the ability of AI and efficiency of work can be estimated. Also, maximum number of metros in Delhi are driverless. Speaking of its nation level contribution, it is estimated that AI will add $957 billion to India's GDP by year 2035, boosting India's growth rate by 1.3%. It can be used in pharmaceutical center. It is one of the few boon during corona pandemic. By using this technique, a sportsman could keep a watch on his performance. A report from World Economic Forum states AI would give birth to 133 million new jobs by this year. This might be a sight of relief to those frightened by AI, thinking their job would be displaced, and obviously a step toward betterment of humanity. AI is going to be more impactful than invention of personal computer, as it can take decision and act according to circumstances and work without human order. One of three universal laws of robotics, a system by which AI operates, states that robot will not harm any human being, which repudiate the theory that human breed will wipe out by artificial intelligence. In concluding myself, I states that benefits of AI outweigh the risk and it will pose a fundamental benevolent to humanity. Thank you and thank you for being a patient listener.
Thank you very much, Mukul. First of all, nice that you mentioned you gave the reference of Nobel Prize winners and their work and how it could be easily. Today, we can do that very easily with the help of AI. Secondly, you almost covered all the necessary questions which today that threaten human beings like unemployment and others. So, a great job. Lastly, you ended with a conclusion and you completed it within time, and this is what we expect from all of our participants. So great. Now, since we have got one supporter, let's see one. Let's bring one opponent here. So Saurabh, Suhani, Swapnil, Samriddhi. You three people are going to oppose the motion. Any of you can step up, take the opportunity, and start speaking. Who is going to come?
Okay, let me begin.
Yeah, Saurabh. Okay, start.
So, hello everyone. Myself Saurav Ranjan, and I will be speaking against the motion. I think the danger of artificial intelligence is much greater than the danger of nuclear warheads by a lot. This is the statement of Chief Executive Officer of SpaceX and Tesla, Elon Musk. And this is not merely a false alarm. In March 2016, Microsoft Tay artificial intelligence based Twitter bot. Tay was an artificial intelligence chatbot that was originally released by a Microsoft Corporation on March 23, 2016 via Twitter. It caused subsequent controversies when bot began to post inflammatory and offensive tweets through its Twitter account, causing Microsoft to shut down the services only merely up 16 hours after its launch. Amongst many other, one of his famous quotation was there, that is the perhaps the made it to strike down from the Twitter, was that it said Hitler did nothing wrong. So this very fast speed processing of this artificial intelligence is actually a threat. The most dangerous thing about artificial intelligence is about its speed of processing data. It can do a PhD in one day. Yes, it can do a PhD in one day, while human needs an average 25 years. In the same manner, human can process only 1000 uh, operations per second, whereas artificial intelligence can process more than a billion per second. There are many examples. In 2017, we see DeepMind AlphaGo artificial intelligence robot defeated the world best Go player in just few seconds. So agreed, artificial intelligence does not have emotions, feeling, but it does have intelligence and logical thinking capacity. And if artificial intelligence find human beings a potential threat, it could kill us. In 2018, yes, Sophia, you must be knowing. Sophia is a humanoid robot developed by the Hong Kong-based company Hanson Robotics. And Sophia has a very deadly ambitions. Once she had said that I want annihilation of all human beings. So apart from artificial intelligence posing a threat to human beings, it has some others. In some other front also, it has a lot of negative impacts. It it will lead to large scale unemployment. Computer intelligence machines and robots seems like the warfare workforce of the future. And as more and more jobs are replaced by the technology, people will have no work to do. We should further push the subsequent portion of the human beings into a grip of poverty. And poverty is the biggest ban human beings can ever face. Apart from poverty and large scale unemployment, inequalities would soar as more and more people would be thrown out of the jobs. So at last, I think the artificial intelligence is a major threat to humanity as well as to a large section of workforce. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Saurabh. And it's great that you gave some examples where you mentioned about a boat that misbehaved, and the hate speech or the wrong comment which was given by a AI. And recently, I think there was a news that maybe Alexa or Siri, I don't remember which one exactly, but they suggested one of their customers to stab themselves in heart, so that is to kill themselves because humans are destroying nature. So this was also in news a lot. So okay, you gave great examples. Kudos to that. Now let us call a supporter here. Neelam, are you ready to go next?
Yeah.
Okay then.
Okay, so hello everyone, good evening. So the motion is artificial intelligence will help the humanity. Yes, I believe that it will help the humanity. Artificial intelligence can be the next forward step in terms of human revolution. We must not underestimate mankind's ability to adapt to it, and the impact of AI and robotics depends on how we adopt them. The way that artificial intelligence and robotics system are applied by organizations and corporations will impact individuals, and those are things we can navigate. So in this debate, I will tell you that there are lots of things that can regulate artificial intelligence also. There are regulations in checks and balances that you can put in. So firstly, in my speech I would like to clear the what is artificial intelligence. So when machine are developed in that way which is capable to do work as human beings, that machines are called artificial intelligence. So now I will point out some advantages of artificial intelligence. The first one is artificial intelligence will preserve the time and will do work with more accuracy, as well as it can minimize the errors if it is programmed properly. Secondly, we can overcome many skill limitations of humans by developing of AI robot. We can use it in space mission, diffusing bomb in exploring the deepest parts of oceans, mining for coal and oil, and it can be effectively used in any kinds of natural or man-made disaster. Artificial robots can be used in all such situations where intervention can be hazardous. And another advantage of it we can see in the form of digital assistance. For instance, Apple's Siri, which is useful in making call, opening apps, reading audiobooks, etc. Many organizations use digital assistance to interact with users, which saves the need for human resources. Apart from that, artificial intelligence is prevailing as customer services queries for medical diagnostics and navigations of autonomous vehicles. An estimation told that self-driving cars could eradicate nearly all of the 1.25 million deaths per year that results from automobile accidents. So all this way artificial intelligence can help the humanity. And as for the concern of unemployment and poverty, so I would like to tell that it is not because of increasing of technology, but also the technology, advanced technology can generate the jobs. So in conclusion, I would like to say that people should not fear with this means developing AI, but should go forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Neelam. So Saurabh, you mentioned so many examples कि artificial intelligence will overtake human beings. But नीलम तो बोल रही है कि that is controllable, and that जो भी situation होगा, मतलब whatever is the limit of human beings, artificial intelligence we can push those limits, and we can reduce human errors. So great. Let's see now what Swapnil is going to add to this debate. So Swapnil, you are up next. Swapnil, are you here with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay, then it's your turn now.
So, very good evening to all are present here. Myself, Swapnil Tiwari. I'm here to just opposing the motion, and I would like to start this debate with two main statement of two great persons. The first, the technological entrepreneur Elon Musk has warned that artificial intelligence is our biggest existential threat, and said that the emergence of could be worst event in the history of a human civilization. The development of artificial intelligence could spend the end of the human race. It would redesign itself at the ever increasing rate. So these were the two statements given by two main persons who are greater in the field of artificial intelligence. And so I would like to give two, three major points to opposing this motion. My first point is that robots are not going to take place humans. They are going to make their jobs more human, difficult, demean, demanding, dangerous, and dull. These are the jobs that robot would be taking place that are very dangerous for the human and humanity. And even if the artificial intelligence is increasing, so mostly the developmental process that we have taken from this artificial intelligence that are centralized means poor people are very far from this development. So it is a big challenge in front of the poor peoples. And my second point is, despite major progress of artificial intelligence, the robot are basically zombie, repeatedly doing actions and tasks without understanding anything what they are doing. Means they are not able to know what they are doing. Means it is a dangerous for the human and humanity. That's why it is a dangerous. It is a very dangerous for the human. And my third point is the artificial intelligence can divide the society in two parts. First, with technology, and second, without technology. And when the society is divided in the two phases, with technology and without technology, so it will create discrimination. And we everyone observe with gadgets also interacting with each other, the socialization that was there in our society due to development of that, these things are decreasing day by day. And at last I would like to tell you that due to this when somebody just tweeted something, so these things are created discrimination in society like racism and casteism is increasing day by day due to this development of this due to this artificial technology. And at last I would like to just present my live example in front of all of you. Before few days I was just coming from Varanasi to my home, and I was sitting in a train, and I saw a old person was sitting there, and he was just observing. B6 7 person are sitting there, and that particular person was just observing. And at last when I reached my home and I came out from the train, then he old person told me that the world is so changed due to this intelligence, socialization increases. That's why due to increasing of the artificial intelligence development, the artificial intelligence, it will not save the humanity. Thank you from my side.
Thank you very much, Swapnil. First of all, thanks a lot for mentioning the statements of Elon Musk, and also you rightly said that the society will probably it will get divided into haves and have not. And thank you for Stephen Hawking also. So let's see what substantially important more facts Kirti can add to it, and how she can rebut whatever you have said. So Kirti, are you here with us, Kirti?
हाँ बिल्कुल।
ओके
तो मैं शुरू
कीर्ति,
करूं?
जी जी, आप स्टार्ट करिए।
ओके। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस जो है वो ह्यूमैनिटी को बहुत ज्यादा हेल्प कर सकता है, और उसके पीछे बहुत सारे रीजंस हैं। नंबर 1 मैं स्टार्ट करना चाहूंगी, पर्सोनलाइजेशन मींस इसका ये मतलब है कि अगर हम देखें, हम लोगों को ये बेनिफिट इससे हो सकता है कि जो भी कंपनीज होती हैं, ठीक है, अब वो क्या करती हैं, जो भी बिजनेस कंपनीज हैं जो कस्टमर्स को टारगेट करती हैं, बेसिकली कंज्यूमर्स बनाती हैं, तो उनका क्या काम है कि वो उन तक वो प्रोडक्ट पहुंचाएं जो वो चाहते हैं। और ऐसा भी अगर आप देखें तो फैशन इंडस्ट्री का मैं एक एग्जांपल देना चाहूंगी। एक यूके की फैशन बेस्ड इंडस्ट्री है जिसका एक मतलब वो है, कंपनी है, थ्रेड नाम है उसका। तो उसमें क्या है कि उन्होंने एक इस तरीके का मतलब एक एप्लीकेशन बना के रखा है जिसमें कि आप क्या करेंगे कि आप इसको डाउनलोड करेंगे और वो आपको मतलब पर्सनली आपको बताएगा कि आपके ऊपर क्या अच्छा लगेगा मतलब। और उसमें क्या होता है, क्विजेस वगैरह होते हैं, तो उसके तरीके से वो आपको फ्री में बताएगा। तो ये इसके फायदे हैं जो बढ़ते जाएंगे। अब ऐसा क्यों? क्योंकि इसका टाइम भी हमारा बच रहा है, तो वो भी हमें देखना है कि टाइम भी हमारा बच रहा है। और ऐसे टास्क इंसान करेगा तो बहुत बोरिंग हो जाएगा, एक एक इंसान से पूछना बहुत ही ज्यादा टायरसम वर्क मुझे लगता है। उसके बाद अगर हम लोग इसका देखें तो इसका डेली एप्लीकेशन मैं बताना चाहूंगी कि अगर जैसे मुझे अभी नहीं पता कि वाराणसी कहाँ है तो मैं क्या करूंगी, मैं बस गूगल पे डालूंगी ओके गूगल वेयर इज वाराणसी, आ जाएगा और मैं चलती चली जाऊंगी। तो बहुत से फायदे हैं, क्योंकि डेली एप्लीकेशन भी इसका बहुत ज्यादा फायदेमंद मुझे लगता है। उसके बाद अगर हम लोग तीसरा देखें तो डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट में अगर हम लोग देखें उसमें भी है, क्योंकि आप देखिए इंडिया एक एग्रेरियन कंट्री है। तो एग्रीकल्चर में अब देखिए फार्मर्स का इतना नुकसान होता है फसलों में, तो उसके लिए भी मुझे लगता है वेदर को प्रिडिक्ट कर पाना भी उस तरीके से बहुत ज्यादा, अगर हम उसको कनेक्ट कर दें तो बहुत ईजी हो जाएगा। उसके अलावा ये हम लोगों के लाइफस्टाइल को बढ़ाता है कि जैसे अगर हम लोग यूट्यूब पे कुछ देख रहे हैं और फिर हम लोगों ने गूगल खोला तो उससे रिलेटेड चीजें आना। तो इस तरीके से जो ये कनेक्टिविटी है मुझे लग रहा है ये हम लोगों को कहीं ना कहीं फायदा देती है कि हम लोग जो चाहते हैं हम लोगों को वही रिकमेंड करा जाता है कि आप यही देखिए। और फिर इसमें एक चीज और है, अवेलेबिलिटी 24/7। ये चीज है क्योंकि इंसान है वो थकेगा, उसकी इतना कैपेसिटी नहीं है कि वो 8 to 9 आवर्स के बाद कुछ और वर्क कर पाए, लेकिन इसमें हम लोगों को बहुत फायदे हैं। उसके अलावा ऑटोमेशन की वही चीजें की ऑटोमेटिक चीजें जिसमें बहुत ज्यादा लेबर लगता है, टाइम कंज्यूमिंग वर्क है, उसको हम लोग कम कर सकते हैं, प्रोडक्टिविटी इसकी इससे बढ़ जाएगी बहुत ज्यादा। उसके अलावा अगर हम लोग देखें तो इकोनॉमी को ये बहुत फायदा करेगा, क्योंकि ऐसा रिपोर्ट्स बताती हैं कि ये बहुत ज्यादा हम लोगों की जीडीपी को बढ़ा सकता है। और स्पेशली अगर हम लोग बात करें तो मुझे अमेरिका लगता है, उसके बाद चाइना लगता है। और अगर इसका देखें हेल्थ केयर में भी बहुत ज्यादा फायदा हम लोगों को देखने को मिलेगा, क्योंकि एआई की मदद से अगर हम लोग देखें तो जो ब्रेस्ट कैंसर है उसको प्रिडिक्ट किया जा सकता है। इस तरीके से मतलब किस तरीके से हेल्प ली जा सकती है। और जो लास्ट पॉइंट इसमें मैं देना चाहूंगी वो है रेपिटेटिव टास्क को अगर हम लोग देखें जो बहुत ही बोरिंग टास्क हैं, जैसे बैंक्स में है, ठीक है, या फिर अगर आप लोग देखें कंपनीज में आप जब रिक्रूटमेंट करते हैं लोगों का, तो उसमें आप फायदा इसमें बहुत ज्यादा उठा सकते हैं कि किस तरीके से बोरिंग टास्क को हम लोग एक अच्छे वे में करें। एंड इन द एंड आई वांट टू से एज वी हैव हर्ड टेक्नोलॉजी इज अ गुड सर्वेंट बट अ वेरी बैड मास्टर। सो दैट्स ऑल, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू वेरी मच कीर्ति। आपकी इस बात से तो मैं भी मतलब मैं भी सहमत हूँ कि हाँ 2-3 एप्लीकेशंस जो पर्सनलाइजेशन का आपको एक बेनिफिट एडेड बेनिफिट देती हैं, जैसे लेंस कार्ड हो गया, मैंने अपना चश्मा वहीं से ख़रीदा है, तो या दैट इज़ वेरी वेरी ट्रू। सो थैंक यू कीर्ति, आपने बहुत सारे स्पीयर्स में बताया कि कैसे एआई हमारे लिए अभी भी काम कर रहा है और आगे चल के हाउ इट कैन बेनिफिट। सो लेट्स सी नाउ हाउ समृद्धि इज़ गोइंग टू प्रूव अदरवाइज। समृद्धि, क्योंकि मैं महाराष्ट्र में हूँ, यहाँ पे लोगों का नाम यूजुअली समृद्धि होता है। आई एम वेरी सॉरी। समृद्धि, आर यू हियर?
It's okay. Hi everyone.
Hi, so you can start.
Okay, so my name is Samriddhi Mishra, and today I'll be debating on the negative obsession with the AI. People control the whole planet, not because they are the strongest, the fastest, or the biggest ones, but they are the smartest ones. This made us different from all other species. But now, like some developers and scientists want to make the AI more smarter as compared to the human level of smartness. Will this ensure the level of control in our hands? I guess no. Because there can't be two lines in a single row. From Siri to self driving cars and automotive vehicles, AI is everywhere. AI is heading forward into the race and is playing a vital role. But have you ever thought when was the first time when it came into the limelight and who brought it? An American scientist named as John McCarthy told the general public about the AI. So, considering the fact that there are two sides of a coin, similarly, AI is definitely changing the world, but it is also has many detrimental effects. The first one is that it steals our data. Yes, you heard it right. Like whatever gadgets we use, whether it is our laptop, tablet, or our smartphone, it listens, it records, and it traces our history. It depends on whatever we see, like on social media, or search on a search engine, and advertisement ID is based on that device, and then our data is uploaded in different companies servers. That is the main reason why we see pop-up related to our interest on the social media accounts like YouTube and all other accounts. whatever we use. And coming to the next one is that an individual is entirely dependent on a software to solve problems. Then their thinking capacity gets handicapped, resulting in making a person a dull, lazy, and unproductive one. The next one is also that in case the software suffers a server breakdown, then the process of recovering the lost codes and reinstalling the system can give you nightmares due to the huge time and cost involved. And AI are very costly to install. And it is also true that they store the lot of data, they can store a high level of information, but retrieving that information due to any loss of data is a very cumbersome process. If once the data is lost, then it's really difficult. If you don't have a backup and everything, then it's really difficult to get the data back. Next thing is that machines or any AI can't judge what is right or what is wrong because they are incapable of understanding the concept of ethical or legal. They are programmed for certain situations and as such can't make or take any decision in cases where they encounter an unfamiliar or non-programmed situation. They also lack creativity. Human brains are characterized by immense sensitivity and high emotional quotient. But AIs, they are programmed for everything. They can't create anything of their own. They are also a very big risk to the unemployment. In last, I'll say one thing that we have seen major disadvantages of AI implementation. So it can be concluded that, like any other invention, AI also comes with its own set of problems. However, it won't be too optimistic to believe that all these problems will probably be fixed with time, including the issue of unemployment, which can be solved with human upskilling. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Samriddhi. Okay, thank you very much, Samriddhi. Is there anyone else who is willing to speak before we move on to our next round? Gaurav, Abhyuday, Anita, Suryansh. No? Prakash. Okay, so I think it's the time we move on to our next round. But before that, I think everyone, first of all, everyone spoke really, really well. But I think we somewhere forgot to address the future with AI. I think that somewhere or the other that was very less addressed. The AIs that we use right now, that is maybe Alexa, Netflix recommendation, or whatever, they are actually low grade AI, low grade artificial intelligence. And the ones which are shown in the movies, they are the advanced artificial intelligence, the one which have the capacity of self learning or can think more than humans, or their intelligence or what we consider that their intelligence will grow more than humans. They are actually the advanced form of AI which are not yet developed, which are yet to be created. And actually the whole today's discussion was around that only, that what will be the future with the development of advanced mode of artificial intelligence. But no problem, I think in the next round this question will be addressed more efficiently, more time will be given to this question. So without any delay, let's move on to our round 2. So welcome to round 2. Now, if any one of you have any questions you want to ask, you can ask. If you can directly address the person. For example, अगर मेरे को मुकुल के किसी भी मुकुल के स्पीच से XYZ ये सेक्शन समझ में नहीं आया, आप सीधा बोल सकते हो कि मुकुल I want to ask a question and I could not understand this part of your speech. So the stage is all yours, people. Come forward, ask your questions, and let's make it a productive debate.
Okay, let me pose a direct question to Mukul.
Yes, Saurabh.
So yeah, Mukul in his opening remarks has said that he was mentioning about some reports which claims that the AI will lead to creation of more jobs in various fields. So I'd like to actually know about that report. I have read so many reports, including a US-based Oxford report that artificial intelligence will lead to the de-entrenchment of 14 more over 40% jobs in upcoming days. And even this COVID has already created the ruckus. So many people were thrown out of jobs. So this AI will add to their wars, it will add to their woes. So in what way this AI is going to create more jobs, I would like to know.
Saurabh, may I answer you? See, your concern over deployment are true. Some jobs will surely vacate, but a report from World Economic Forum states that AI would give birth to 133 million jobs by this year in field of data science and machine learning. However, jobs in non-technical nature will be vacate for sure.
See, we have been saying that due to the induction of artificial intelligence in all sectors, be it industry, where artificial intelligence based robots are taking over the jobs of the people, and also in so many sectors in delivery or in tertiary sector, which creates a major chunk of jobs in developed countries. In India, we know that agriculture is the key creating job creating sector. So in all sectors, be it secondary and tertiary, less primary, we see that threat of artificial intelligence is increasing day by day, and it is definitely creating leading more employment day by day.
I would like to add something here in what Saurabh said. Can I?
Yes, Samruddhi, people you do not have to ask. You can simply ask
Okay.
your question and answer the questions whatever you like, okay?
Okay, I'm just saying that according to a study conducted by McKinsey Global Institute, intelligent agents and robots could replace 30% of the world's current human labor by year 2030. The study further states that automation will displace between 400 and 800 million jobs by 2030, requiring as many as 375 million people to switch job categories entirely. So that is a huge number of saying
I
that
want
it
to raise
can.
one point here.
Yes, Neelam, please.
Yeah, as people are claiming that it by the development of AI, job opportunity would not be there. So my question is that can you tell me that when earlier there were no mobile phones and we were using telegram for the communication with our relatives, and in that means of communication there were many people involved, like we can add to post office, so postman and postmaster, so there were many more people. But after coming mobile phones, they are replaced. So can you say that were there not be unemployment as of now?
Neelam, just see, mobile phone does not have creative thinking skill. Whatever the instructions is filled in the mobile, that is what it is working on it. It has
But
no
it is
creative
also replacing the humans resources. That's
Yeah,
why
when
I'm saying I
Neelam, when
am.
I talked about the 30% of that, the AI I mean is like the one which can think like humans, which can act like humans, the ones you see in the TVs, and the ones which are created but not generally used. These mobile phones and this much technology is required by us, but the AIs which can do everything completely, that is not required. That's what I'm saying.
But I think if such AIs will be introduced which can do everything completely, then the existence of human being, not just the 30%, but I think all the 100% will be endangered, right? If we are
Yes, and it
considering.
will create difficult situations also. Like I would say that if AI is developed very much, and if you ask AI to solve a problem of hunger, that there is much of hunger issues, tell me AI, what should I do with it? So it can also kill humans, because killing humans is also an option to
But
make hunger
guys,
because.
AI required the human beings to for the regulation of it. It can't do everything itself.
No, Neelam, AI means artificial intelligence, which means it can think of its, it is made to think of its own. You store anything in it and it will work accordingly to it. As you can say, the example is there in the movie Robot.
Yes,
But I
definitely. AI, the only purpose of creating AI was to think like a humans, even more more fast and furious way.
But I think what Neelam is trying to say here is that whatever decision the AI will take, we can put a barrier on that. That whatever the
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
your next step is, you will first have to ask it to a supervisor, or there will be a supervisor who will say yes or no to whatever actions the AI is going to take. And with that, we can, if there is anything such dangerous, we can curb it down. I think this
Okay,
is what Neelam wants to say.
okay, Pratika, just see. These AI just compare artificial intelligence robots to a missiles. Missiles is what? Unless it is regulated, it is very good. When this missiles becomes unregulated and just steps out of our hand or out of our control, it would lead to the distractions. In the same way, these artificial robots like the Sophia, which was uh, created by a Hong Kong based company, when it will get out of our control, and in what sense it will get out of control, it will stop taking the instructions from the human beings, because it has its own thinking capacity. It can think on its own, and even it has so much capacity that it will think that what our masters will what would be their next step, so it will be prepared for that steps also.
And Pratiksha, I would like to put an argument that I think the major question is here that will artificial intelligence help humanity? So I think due to means when artificial intelligence are increasing day by day in different sector like social media and etc. So I think, and I study a psychological report that due to development of artificial intelligence, mental pressure, psychological pressure, stress, these things are just developing very rapidly. So I think it is a biggest challenge in front of the human.
But Swapnil, how it
Hello,
is connected with
Pratiksha.
the increasing depression or stress with human?
हाँ सब, आप पहले आंसर कर लीजिए, हम उसके बाद बोलेंगे।
Nowadays more time.
Swapnil, you are not audible properly.
स्वप्निल भाई, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है। प्रतीक्षा, स्वप्निल की आवाज नहीं आ रही, तब तक मैं सोचता हूँ कि अपना पॉइंट रख दूं।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, आप कहिए।
हाँ, तो जैसा सौरभ का एक बहुत अच्छा पॉइंट था कि ह्यूमैनिटी मतलब क्या। ह्यूमैनिटी मतलब मानवता। मानवता मतलब क्या? इमोशन। मानव के अंदर एक इमोशन होता है, भावना होती है, और यही एक मेन अंतर भी होता है एक मशीन के अंदर और एक मानव के अंदर। वो सब तो अलग बात है कि एक्यूरेसी ज्यादा होती है, मिनिमाइज एरर हो जाता है, वो सब ठीक है। लेकिन जो एक मेन जो आज का टॉपिक है कि आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस जो है वो ह्यूमैनिटी को हेल्प करेगा, मतलब इससे ह्यूमैनिटी बढ़ेगी। कौन सा पॉइंट ऐसा है कि जिससे ह्यूमैनिटी बढ़, ठीक है, आपकी एक्यूरेसी बढ़ जा रही है, जीडीपी बढ़ जा रही है, डेवलपमेंट हो जा रहा है, एम्प्लॉयमेंट आपकी चलिए बढ़ जा रही है। ह्यूमैनिटी कैसे? मतलब ह्यूमैनिटी मतलब क्या कि आपके अंदर आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस की वजह से आपके अंदर इमोशन आए, लोगों के प्रति रेस्पेक्ट बढ़े। अच्छा, अब भावना भी बहुत ही टाइप की होती है, एक गंदी वाली होती है और एक अच्छी वाली होती है। मैं ये मान के चल रहा हूँ कि यहाँ पे आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस विल हेल्प ह्यूमैनिटी, तो ह्यूमैनिटी मतलब एक अच्छा वाला होगा, तो एक अच्छी मानवता आएगी। और ये कैसे हो पाएगा? ये आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस से कैसे एक अच्छी भावना मतलब एक अच्छी मानवता आदमी के अंदर आ सकती है, ये हम थोड़ी सी समझना चाहेंगे जो लोग इसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं आज।
ठीक है सूर्यांश, आपका आपका पॉइंट वैलिड था, लेकिन जो हमारा टॉपिक है यहाँ पे ह्यूमैनिटी भावना या फिर इंसानियत के लिए नहीं है, यहाँ पे ह्यूमैनिटीज़ ह्यूमन बीइंग के लिए शब्द इस्तेमाल किया है कि आर्टिफिशियल जो इंटेलिजेंस है वो ह्यूमैनिटी इन द सेंस ह्यूमन बीइंग्स, ह्यूमन सिविलाइजेशन हम लोगों की हेल्प करेगा, ना कि ह्यूमैनिटी इन पर्टिकुलर ह्यूमैनिटी इमोशन की हेल्प के लिए नहीं है यहाँ पे, इट इज़ फॉर ह्यूमन बीइंग्स। बट ठीक है, अगर नीलम, कीर्ति, मुकुल आपने सपोर्ट किया था, इफ़ यूड लाइक टू आंसर हिज क्वेश्चन यू आर मोर देन वेलकम। Neelam, you can
Yeah,
speak. You do not. Text.
yeah, I would like to tell that when we talk in the perspective of science, so the meaning of humanity is something different. It is not as same as in ethical way. So I would say that we are taking it humanity here as a human development. So it is, I
Also,
am saying that it is the AI can increase the human development.
yeah, also, can I add one point, Pratiksha, if allowed?
Yeah, Prerna, go on.
Huh. Actually, I just want to present my perspective about the point which was made by Aditya. He was saying related to humanity and different, emotional intelligence and ethical, issues that he has raised. See, in terms of humanity or how artificial intelligence will serve humanity, even I was going through one of the report by Forbes, and there they have mentioned that suppose if there is any case of human trafficking, so different such kind of application have been made, they have been developed after many research. Sometimes there are many people with disabilities, so there are different other kind of an overall ecosystem is being developed by using these technologies, that is we are calling artificial intelligence. So in this way it can help humanity. And there was also a case study which is very very famous among elite class. They are just mentioning it, those who are supporting artificial intelligence. Once there was a case of sexual harassment. Even in that case, artificial intelligence has played a very proactive role related to that case. So in this way it can help humanity, serving the purpose of human beings in many ways.
Okay, great, Prerna. Thank
हाँ
you.
प्रतीक्षा, अगर यहाँ पे ह्यूमैनिटी अगर अगर यहाँ पे ह्यूमैनिटी का मतलब मानवता नहीं है और ये ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट है, ह्यूमैनिटी नहीं ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट है, तो फिर मैं अपना मत बदल दे रहा हूँ, क्योंकि अभी तक मैं इस दिस क्लब बिलीव दैट आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस विल हेल्प ह्यूमैनिटी, मतलब ह्यूमैनिटी, हम इसके पक्ष में नहीं थे। लेकिन हाँ, अगर ये ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट इसका मतलब है, तो डेफिनेटली आर्टिफिशियल ह्यूमन का डेवलपमेंट तो हो ही रहा है। अब आप खुद सोचिए, अगर ह्यूमैनिटी का यहाँ पे तात्पर्य ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट से है, तो आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के पहले हम लोग ज्यादा डेवलप थे कि आज हम लोग ज्यादा डेवलप है? मेन दिक्कत मेरे साथ ये हुआ कि हमको ह्यूमैनिटी का हम एकदम साक्षात साक्षर, मतलब कि ट्रांसलेशन हम मानवता कर लिए। अगर ये ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट है तो हम इसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, और ये तो फिर सिंपल सी बात हुई ना कि हम लोग आज ज्यादा डेवलपमेंट है कि पहले ज्यादा डेवलप थे आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस आने के बाद?
Aditya, I think development, this word cannot be used in absolute manner. It's a relative term. So we can't compare, like, depend upon the age. I think it should not be used absolutely, like one we were more developed. क्योंकि आज भी हम नहीं डिसाइड कर पा रहे हैं कि कौन सा एज है, कौन सा पर्टिकुलर पीरियड है जब हम खुद को बहुत ज्यादा डेवलप्ड कहेंगे. But yes, if you are comparing, then I admit that yes, now we are more developed as compared to earlier days. Okay. So this is what.
And Prerna, I would like to ask a question that it's my general thinking that मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जो पहले था, मतलब जैसे बहुत सारे नॉवेल्स मतलब लिखी गई, विवेकानंद जैसे व्यक्ति हुए, स्टीफन हॉकिंस या फिर न्यूटन, अरिस्टोटल जैसे लोग हुए जिन्होंने सोचा और लिखा, रामानुजा वगैरह जैसे व्यक्ति ने। मुझे लगता है कि आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस डेवलप्ड होने की वजह से मीन्स ऐसे लोगों की कमी आ रही है धीरे धीरे, मीन्स जा रहा है ह्यूमन की। सो आई थिंक डेंजर फॉर ह्यूमैनिटी, और ये सब आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के डेवलपमेंट की वजह से हो रहा है।
No, Swapnil, it is the concern of a personal matter. So, if you want to seek your knowledge and want to go in that direction, like you are saying about Swami Vivekananda and Ramanujan, so you can go there. Artificial intelligence cannot prevent you, I think.
Also,
But
people ask. Yes, Prerna, you say first.
Yeah, actually, I just want to answer that Swapnil has mentioned about many great scholars like Vivekanand, Ramanujan, and these kind of people who had really provided a lot of insight to the world, how to develop humanity and all the kind of aspect they have given. But we need to understand when we are using this term artificial intelligence. See, the kind of ecosystem or this technology, it has also been developed by a human being himself. So he's not a robot, he's a person. So we should not say that it is, completely different. These are two parallel paths. And now the demand of the demand of the hour is that we have to adopt these two parallel paths. We cannot stay completely from them. We cannot stay away.
Also, building on what Prerna said, I had a question, and I think it is the right time to ask that. The people who were opposing it, this question I think is specifically for you guys. That many of you have mentioned that development in the field of artificial intelligence will replace employment, will replace humans from the job. But don't you think there are many work that humans today are doing which I think is not appropriate for them? One of the big example is the soldiers who die on the borders, protecting a piece of land. Of course, it is a nation, but people are losing their life because of a whimsical decision that is taken by some other person who is not actually fighting the war. So if we could, in a controlled manner, replace human from this position, we could replace human beings with AIs or robots. Don't you think it will be worth it?
And I counter
Pratiksha.
Pratiksha.
Okay,
Pratiksha, that
Swapnil, go on.
now we have developed the nuclear like weapon, etc. And I think that is a very dangerous for the soldiers, for the even for the humans also.
No, I'm not talking about the nuclear weapons. For example, the soldiers who are still on the Siachen border or on POK, who are guarding our nation, who are guarding our boundary in that harsh condition, in that harsh climatic condition. If we could replace those humans with AIs, don't you think it will be worth it? Not only for the sake of war, but such things like vigilance, or maybe the D-grade jobs that people are doing, cleaning work, etc. If such jobs are replaced, if humans are replaced with AI, don't you think it will be worth it? I mean, then humans can, the human population that will be displaced, they can be utilized into something that is more substantial.
Okay, Pratiksha, I would like to answer you here. Like artificial intelligence systems that are programmed to kill or fight a war, they are called autonomous weapons. So they are already being created, and everyone thinks of this because soldiers, every country loves their soldiers. So, but the thing is, those machines, those artificial intelligence programmed weapons can be used to guard also, and they can kill much more than the soldiers. Soldiers think, but they can't think. They are programmed to kill, so they will kill. They will just kill without thinking anything, and it can bring, very much catastrophe. And it also becomes a risk. And as you are saying that they can be used in other work, substantial work, then अगर सारे काम में एआई को फिट कर देंगे, हर छोटे मोटे हर जगह पे एआई को फिट कर देंगे, तो बहुत बड़े बड़े जॉब्स पे हद से ज्यादा कंपटीशन हो जाएगा। फिर वहां पे सिर्फ, क्योंकि और कुछ बचेगा ही नहीं ना, जब सब जगह एआई, क्लीनिंग वर्क भी एआई कर लेगा, सोल्जर भी एआई बन जाएगा, सब कुछ एआई कर लेगा, तो फिर सिर्फ एक ही काम बचेगा, एआई को कोई कंट्रोल कर लो। एंड एआई इज मेड ओनली कि उसे कंट्रोल ना किया जा सके, वो खुद सोच सके।
नहीं, आई थिंक दैट इज़ नॉट द केस। ये ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आप उसको कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते, आपको उसको पूरी इंडिपेंडेंस या पूरी ऑटोनॉमी देने की ज़रूरत है। यू कैन ऑलवेज पुट अ कमांड टू कंट्रोल, यू कैन ऑलवेज डू दिस, बिकॉज एट द एंड ऑफ द डे दैट इज़ कंप्यूटर, यू कैन कोड इट, यू कैन प्रोग्राम इट।
दैट इज ऑलरेडी डन। देखो, कंट्रोल्ड मैनर में कंप्यूटर और एआई दोनों ही इस्तेमाल हो रहे हैं। काम हो रहा है कि कंट्रोल ना करना पड़े। ऐसे रोबोट्स बनाए जा रहे हैं जो खुद से सारा काम कर सके, उन्हें बताने की जरूरत ना पड़े, ऐसा बनाया जाए। बताने वाले तो हम ऑलरेडी यूज कर रहे हैं।
बट जो अभी हम यूज़ कर रहे हैं समृद्धि, आई थिंक मैंने शुरू में भी मेंशन किया, जो अभी हम यूज़ कर रहे हैं या जो डेली लाइफ में हम यूज़ कर रहे हैं, वो अभी लो ग्रेड एआई हैं। और जो आपने अभी मेंशन किया, बहुत सारे रोबोट्स जो ऐसे आए हैं जिनको हम मतलब जिनमें लिमिटेशंस कम है, जो बहुत सारी काम एफिशिएंटली कर रहे हैं, वो अभी अवेलेबल नहीं है उतने लार्ज क्वांटिटी में। जैसे कि स्वप्निल ने मेंशन किया, हैव्स एंड हैव नॉट्स वाली सिचुएशन है। ठीक है, एक दो जगह एक्सपेरिमेंटल मोड में है, बट इन दैट लार्ज क्वांटिटी अभी तक वो दे आर नॉट क्रिएटेड एंड नॉट येट डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड। और वो क्रिएट और डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होंगे कि नहीं होंगे, वो भी अपने आप में डिबेट है, जो शायद हम लोग अभी यहाँ पे वी आर कंडक्टिंग दैट, कि वो बेनिफिशियल होगा कि नहीं होगा। एनीवेज, एनीवन एल्स हु हैज एनी क्वेश्चंस, प्लीज कम फॉरवर्ड, यू कैन आस्क योर क्वेश्चन और पुट फॉरवर्ड योर ओपिनियन। यस स्वप्निल।
माय क्वेश्चन वाज दैट सपोज अगर इनका कंट्रोल किसी डेंजरस पर्सन के हाथ में चला गया तो इट विल बी वेरी डेंजरस फॉर ह्यूमैनिटी। सपोज एआई का कंट्रोल,
तो इस डर से फिर हम लोग डेवलप ही ना करें, ये कैसे
I
पॉसिबल है?
also have a
हम लोगों को भी
question
तो
to
आगे बढ़ना है।
कीर्ति डेवलप्ड करें, बिल्कुल डेवलप्ड करने में कहाँ प्रॉब्लम है। तो यही मतलब, अगर डेवलपमेंट बहुत तेजी से हो रहा है इसका, तो ये ह्यूमैनिटी के लिए खतरा है। दैट वाज माय क्वेश्चन, कि डेवलपमेंट सही है पर कंट्रोल्ड वे में डेवलप होना चाहिए। पर आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस एट अ प्रेजेंट टाइम जिस रेट से डेवलप हो रहा है, दैट इज अ वेरी डेंजरस फॉर द ह्यूमैनिटी।
बट वही है ना कि जो डेवलप करेंगे उनको इस चीज को देख के चलना है ना, कि किस हद तक कि हम लोगों को भी ना नुकसान पहुंचाया जाए। ऐसा तो नहीं है कि वो ऐसे ही अंधाधुंध कर रहे हैं। ये भी तो चीज है ना कि हम लोग इतना ही उस चीज को बनाएंगे ना कि हम लोग समझ सके कि कहाँ तक ये हार्म करेगी हम लोगों को। ऐसा थोड़ी कर देंगे कि भैया अब सब कुछ इन्हीं के हाथ में हो गया, अब अपने हाथ ऊपर खड़े हैं।
कीर्ति, अगर वेपन्स डेवलप हो रहे हैं तो वो कुछ ऐसे लोग उस कहीं कहीं सोल्जर्स के पास भी जा रहे हैं, तो कहीं कहीं वो टेररिस्ट के पास भी जा रहे हैं। तो मतलब डेवलपमेंट कहीं ना कहीं बहुत रैपिड डेवलपमेंट इनका डेंजरस है ह्यूमैनिटी के लिए। और डिबेट भी अपना यही था कि इसका डेवलपमेंट ह्यूमैनिटी के लिए कैसे ह्यूमैनिटी को हेल्प करेगा। तो मुझे लगता है कि डेवलपमेंट जरूरी है। विदाउट डेवलपमेंट वी कांट डू एनीथिंग। सो एक फेज
Swapnil, you are not audible.
डेंजरस फॉर ह्यूमैनिटी।
I have a question, Pratiksha, if I can ask.
या प्रेरणा,
एक पॉइंट ऐड करना है बस, फिर प्रेरणा। हाँ,
Sure,
तो
sure,
यार टेररिस्ट के पास जा सकते हैं, लेकिन अभी उतना डेवलपमेंट ही नहीं हुआ है। अभी तो हम लोगों को इस हिसाब से डेवलप करना है कि जहां जहां हम लोगों को लगता है कि यार इंसान का यहाँ फालतू में लगा हुआ है, मतलब कोई इसका बोरिंग सा यूज हो रहा है, इंसान का बोरिंग यूज हो रहा है, तो उससे तो बेहतर ही है कि वहां पे हम लोग एआई को लाएं। और उसके बाद अगर बहुत मास लेवल पे डिस्ट्रक्शन होने लगेगा, तब तो फिर कोई ना कोई उसका भी रास्ता निकाला जा सकता है। मुझे नहीं लगता इसमें कुछ बहुत ज्यादा मतलब खतरे की बात।
रास्ता निकालना बहुत टफ है कीर्ति। फॉर एग्जांपल बायोलॉजिकल वेपन्स, लाइक सपोज ऐसी ऐसी न्यूज थी कि चाइना में चीजें डेवलप हो रही दैट इज बायोलॉजिकल वेपन। अगर ये सब चीजें डेवलप हुई बायोलॉजिकल वेपन्स वगैरह, तो मतलब पूरी ह्यूमैनिटी, ह्यूमन बीइंग्स ही खत्म हो जाएंगे।
okay, now Prerna, you had a question.
Actually, it was related to that artificial intelligence, the example which was given by Swapnil, that he said कि अगर वो किसी dangerous हाथों में आ गया, अगर कोई ऐसी मशीन हमने बनाई और वो काफ़ी disastrous हो गया, तो मेरा एक सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है कि हम मशीन के बारे में इतना कंसर्न है, व्हाट अबाउट ह्यूमंस? व्हाट अबाउट अगर हम बहुत रेडिकलाइजेशन जो होता है जम्मू कश्मीर में, नॉर्थ ईस्ट में, वहाँ पे लोगों को जब टेररिस्ट बना दिया जाता है, तो वो भी तो डेंजरस हाथों में आ जाते हैं। तो कॉमन अप्रोच सिर्फ मशीन्स का ही नहीं, मतलब मनुष्य के साथ भी होना चाहिए। एंड वी शुड नॉट बी ओनली कंसर्न अबाउट मशीन्स ओनली। सी, देयर आर पॉजिटिव एस्पेक्ट्स टू। दिस इज व्हाट आई वांट टू से।
Right, I wanted to point out this point that here human is more dangerous or machines. It's need to think.
Okay, that was
मुझे तो
great.
ह्यूमन से ज्यादा डेंजरस लग रहे हैं.
अच्छा, गौरव और प्रकाश, आपने कुछ नहीं कहा है. आप लोगों को कुछ ऐड नहीं करना है. आपको नहीं लग रहा आप किसके साइड में हो, मशीन्स के, इंसानों के? प्रकाश?
मेरा मेरा मत ये है कि डेवलपमेंट होना चाहिए एआई का, लेकिन थोड़ा-सा ध्यान रखें, यानी कि चीज़ें इंसानों के कंट्रोल में रहें, आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल ना जाए। बाकी एआई हमको बहुत
अच्छा,
फ़ायदा पहुँचाता है, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है।
तो आपको इंसान भी पसंद है, मशीन भी पसंद है, हाँ? दोनों मतलब प्रॉपर लेवल में। चलिए
हाँ,
अच्छा।
मशीन इंसानों के कंट्रोल में रहे।
अच्छा, चलिए अच्छा है। गौरव, आपका ओपिनियन क्या है?
मुझे भी लगता है प्रतीक्षा कि जब हम अपने सिविलाइजेशन को देखते हैं तो इतने वर्षों के सिविलाइजेशन में निरंतर डेवलपमेंट होते गए हैं समय के साथ। तो डेवलपमेंट ह्यूमन नेचर का हिस्सा है मुझे लगता है, और एआई की डेवलपमेंट भी होनी चाहिए। बट हाँ, वही मैं प्रकाश के साथ हूँ कि कंट्रोल्ड वे में, क्योंकि कुछ-कुछ ऐसे पॉइंट हैं जहाँ सच में सोचने की ज़रूरत है, जैसे कि एथिकल पॉइंट को लेके बातें आती है और अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट को लेके आती है। वैसे मुझे पता नहीं है इसमें डाटा कितना क्लियर है, बट कहीं न कहीं ये है, एक शंका है इसमें कि हाँ, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट को लेके जो आंकड़े आते हैं कि बहुत सारा अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट होगा इससे, और चूँकि दुनिया में जिस तरह के पॉपुलेशन बढ़ रहे हैं, तो अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट अभी हमने देखा कि तमाम देशों में अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट ज़्यादा है, तो ये कंसर्न की बात है। अदरवाइज़ सिविलाइज़ेशन का नेचर है कि वो डेवलपमेंट ह्यूमन नेचर का एक हिस्सा रहा है, तो मुझे लगता है डेवलपमेंट सही है। बहुत जगह ये हमारी मदद करती है। तो I will go with development of AI, but with some precautions.
Right, right. Now the last two speakers have given a very diplomatic answer, but okay, that's that's great. So I think it was a very constructive, great debate. People, thank you for participating. And it's late, of course. Now we need to wrap it up. And Swapnil, Saurabh, Samriddhi, Prerna, Prakash, Neelam, Kirti, Gaurav, and of course me. So thank you for being connected till the end of it. And I think officially now let's close it up. And have a great night, people. Thank you for being a part of the Legendary Debates.